head of programming for the East End Film Festival. So Andrew was responsible for actually choosing the film. Andrew.
Hello.
Hello. So what do you think? Do you think you made a great choice?
I do, very much so. You know, when I first saw the film, I was really kind of impressed with what I felt was a very unique, very modern, very refreshing, very sort of dynamic kind of take on a familiar story of a Midsummer's Night's Dream, set in kind of a very different place. And you know, for me as a film programmer, I see films from all over the world. But as we sort of talked about at the screening, it's incredibly rare to see anything that's coming out of Barbados. So it was really exciting to see something coming out of that part of the world, but also something that was also, as well as being rare, was also really vibrant, really fresh, like a really important filmmaking voice.
Welcome to the East End Film Festival. My name's Andrew. I work for the festival. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to the UK premiere of Shakira Vaughan's Caribbean Dream, a really beautiful modern twist on Shakespeare. Without further ado, I'm going to welcome Guy Hewitt, who's the High Commissioner for Barbados, to the stage to say a few words. Guy.
Thank you, Andrew, and let me begin by welcoming especially the staff and the students of the Princess May Primary School. It's wonderful to have so many young and enthusiastic bodies with us. It is a delight for me to be here on behalf of Barbados, and you all are here as students because Alex Bell has been part of making an education resource pack so that this play, which is an adaptation of a Shakespearean play, is done to make it Shakespeare more accessible to students, those who may be learning it at school, or some of y'all who may be exposed to Shakespeare for the first time.
The point of cinema and why cinema is such an exciting kind of artistic medium is that it's able to engage people from all walks of life in interesting ideas, different perspectives, introducing them to things, to cultures and ideas and feelings they might not necessarily experience in any other way.
The film, The Caribbean Dream, is the first film from the Caribbean Film Productions Limited and brings together a collaboration of cast and crew from Barbados and the UK.
So we have Alex Bell here with us, who's from Portland Education. He's responsible for putting together the student resource and education pack along with Sonia Williams.
I think for me it's very important that we represent diversity and people coming together. The world's a totally place at the moment. I think the more we can celebrate that collaboration between cultures and understanding from cultures, then the world's got to be a good place. So we can get children thinking about those things through wonderful, beautiful films like this, then we're going to do a great job.
The Caribbean Dream has recently been signed to Verve Distribution UK, and so it will be available in the UK probably towards the end of summer. You all are one of the first sets of people in this country to see what we think is truly a wonderful collaboration between people in the UK and here, and to bring a bit of Barbados to an audience in this country. Thank you and enjoy.
What is the worst that may befall me in the case if I refuse to wed Demetrius? Demetrius.
These are kids who primarily see Pixar films, Disney films, Sing, Boss Baby, stuff like that. So to have them silent and enraptured by a film for 83 minutes and then have a huge burst of applause at the end.
I'm just going to ask the children whether they enjoyed A Caribbean Dream. Okay, beautiful. This afternoon we've got some of the actors here on stage with us, so you get the opportunity to be able to see them. I'll get them all to introduce themselves, starting with Lorna, who has the mic. So Lorna, if you can introduce yourself, say the character that you played, and then pass it along.
Okay, I'm Lorna Gale. I played Bottom.
King Jaja.
King Jaja, yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Susanna Parker, and I played Titania, the Queen of the Fairies.
My name is Sam Gillett, and I played Demetrius.
My name's Aidan Gillis, and I played Theseus.
What was it like shooting in Barbados?
The surroundings where we were, we stayed in the same place where we were shooting in Fosdick House. It was beautiful. It was surrounded by nature, and you know, we were learning every day, every step of the way. We was learning more and more things. So,
It's so magical. Lends itself completely to Midsummer Night's Dream. You know, there was a magical, enchanted wood all around us. You looked out the window, there were monkeys.
But it was great. I really did think it was marvellous.
It was so enthralling. I can remember doing Midsummer Night's Dream in third form. That's a long time ago. And what was, I think, very refreshing, no pyrotechnics. It was all natural acting. And I felt it very homely.
What attracted you to the adaptation in the first place?
Well, I think it's a really creative adaptation. I never would have even thought of that kind of a fusion, doing it in Barbados, and stuff like the mechanicals, being fishermen, I think just works so well, and it's a really charming film, I think.
Can I say that also? I remember Melissa talking about this project probably about 3 or 4 years before this actual, it was actually done. And her idea was, she just said, I'd love to do a Caribbean take on A Midsummer Night's Dream. And, just being in the Caribbean, it just, as you say, it just lends itself to that whole environment anyway. And I think it was a vision of hers for a long time, and she held on to that vision, and it manifested in such a beautiful way.
And the blending of the language, Shakespearean language with Barbadian dialect, beautiful.
Who was your favourite character?
I thought the fishermen were fantastic. They really made me laugh. And that includes Bottom as well, of course.
Yeah, I know, Bottom's funny.
And can I ask all the children, do you have any favourite characters?
Hermia was my favourite character, and everybody loved her. My favourite character was the fairy.
They engaged with the film, they loved it, and what better reaction could you get?
Completely.
All age groups loved it.
So I think the reaction that you've had today at this premiere, it's the premiere of this film, has been fantastic. It's really encouraging that there's so many other children in Barbados, in the UK and around the world that are going to enjoy this film as much as you.
So wonderful to see children enjoying this. I mean, I'm so happy with the way it's turned out. It's a beautiful setting, Barbados, and thank you to all the actors and actresses. Congratulations.
It was awesome! Did you enjoy it, guys? Yeah! It was lit!
King Jaja will let back alone. King Jaja will let back alone. King Jaja. That's it, back up.
We shall perform a play never before seen in Barbados or the world.
Romeo and Juliet.
Arabian Nights. No.